What is up, Internet? It's your boy Tanku, and today I want to talk about something that kind of irritates me, and I don't know why it even exists because on some time, well, I can understand why it exists sometimes, but on certain series or things like that, why they totally screw up an anime versus the manga when there's literally no reason why to do it. So before we get started, remember to like and subscribe to the videos. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And let's go ahead and get started. Today, I want to talk about a manga I found that I enjoy quite a bit. It's still going on, so I'm still reading it. And it's called Hijime no Gal, or My First Girlfriend is a Gal. Basically, it's about a group of friends, Hashiba, Sakamoto, Ishita, and bear with me here, Kobayakawa, however they pronounce that. And they're a group of friends, typical nerd, outcasted, but they're not outcasted because they are like video game freaks or that. They get outcasted because some of them openly look at like adult content in the middle of the classroom. So, it's kind of worked up there and funny. And so they get it in their head that they want to lose their virginity and all this stuff. So as a test, they hear that gals, which is a whole like thing out there in Japan, like it's all fashion statement, the way they dress, how they act is they're easy or not easily accessible, and they'll pretty much do anything. So they decide to make their friend Hashiba confess to one of the gals at school. And so they write a letter, basically vote he's the one that has to do it, puts the letter in her locker, and therefore sets in motion a chain of events. So basically, Hashiba is forced to confess to Yame, who's a gal. And much to his surprise, Yame actually agrees to date him. So, it's really funny because in the beginning, they got the whole, does she actually really like me? What's going on? He's pretty paranoid, thinks she's cheating on him because she's a gal. And then you find out, like, it's kind of like a don't judge a book by its cover type deal, because Yame is actually a pretty cool girl. She's not like, she's a gal, but she's not like, the stereotypical gal or what their perception of a gal really is totally wrong, you know what I mean? So it's a learning experience for him and his friends, but his friends are definitely there for comic relief, which is awesome. And so it's about them and their relationship, their blossoming relationship, the obstacles they have to overcome with, Yame's gal friends. And then, of course, Hishiba and his three friends keep interfering because they're idiots, because they keep trying to push him to lose his virginity to Yame. And that's, not what he's about, because he actually ends up liking Yame quite a bit. So he wants to, like, have it progress normally, like a normal couple. And them trying to date and everything get involved. And, of course, Hashiba's childhood friend comes along and kind of mixes things up a little bit too, because she insists that she is his fiance because of a promise, the old school, you made me promise to me when we were kids, so so she interferes a lot too. And so it's a really good manga, very good read. A lot of good arcs going on in it, a lot of interesting characters get involved. Now, when I looked up that there was an anime for this, I got excited because I wanted to say, okay, like, how do they do it? I like to compare manga to the anime counterpart of it. I got a hold of the anime and I watched it, and it was terrible. The storylines were all out of order. They make the friend characters are the only redeeming part of the anime because they do their job for the comedy sake of the anime. But they like throw all the characters in like right in the beginning. They introduce them right in the beginning. The storylines are all screwed up, and they just make the main characters, Yame and Hashiba, they make them look like they're garbage people. And so, the animation style is okay in it, but just the way they do it, the order they do the story in, the chain of events that lead up to other chain of events, the other characters that get introduced later on, like Yame's friend, and how there's another girl that gets involved too later on. That's the class president, I think. And so it's just the way they do it is just terrible, bro. And I hate when they do that because you have a good source material that's right here. And you don't have to worry about pacing on it because, say, if you're only doing 12 episodes, you can just do a simple arc for those 12 episodes. You don't have to do like stupid crap like throw all the characters in right at the beginning and not introduce them when they come in the storyline correctly like you're supposed to do, and putting the orders out of events to try to make it funnier than it like, and it doesn't work because the friends are the comedy relief, so they're there throughout the entire manga. You don't have to force them in there to try to force comedy when there's not any comedy supposed to be going on in that section. And so that's a lot of animes do that. And like I said, I can forgive animes that have to cut stuff out if it doesn't affect the story, or have to switch things around for pacing reasons if it makes sense, if the story still makes sense and you still get the same kind of message. But you don't get the same comedy or the same kind of message you get in the anime that you do in this manga. And it's sucks because it's a pretty good manga. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of tropes in it, but there's a lot of sweet moments mixed in with the comedy that makes it pretty endearing, versus the anime where they just try to go straight comedy and totally screwed everything up. So I really hate when animes do that, especially when it's not necessary, because the source material is good enough. You just take it, anime, same kind of pacing, same everything, and you're good to go. You know, there's no reason to try to, screw all that up. And, when you mess with it, you know what the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And a lot of animes do that, and it irritates me. So when it comes to anime like this, on My First Girlfriend is a Gal, definitely don't even bother looking up the anime and watching the anime. Just go with the manga, because the manga, it is a lot funnier, it's a lot more endearing, and you get a sense of attachment to the characters that you don't get when you watch the anime, because the anime just comes off very bland and generic and just, let's just try to stuff this comedy in here when it doesn't work in certain places. Whereas in the manga, when you're reading it, you grow with these characters, you see their growth, you see their bonds, tighten, and it's just a better read. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, please like and subscribe, hit me up on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams, and I hope everybody has an awesome day.